Hi everybody, welcome back to Journals by Jadis. I'm Carrie and this is my August design team project for Priscilla at Release the Craftin. This is a gorgeous kit. I can't even tell you. I got it on July 1st to start working on it, and I'll be honest, I think I was 90% of the way done by like July 4th or 5th. I just dove into it. The colors were so beautiful. Everything was just really just falling into place so nicely. It has taken me a while to make a video because that part is difficult for me to do, but the inspiration was there. It was not a lack of inspiration, that is for sure. So let's dive in. I decided, so it's two signatures. And then I created this book. What is it's the standard size. What is that? 5.5 by 9, like 5 3/4 by 9 or whatever it is. An 8.5 sheet, folded in half. So anyways, the front of it, when I saw this kit, this was my inspiration, was gold and black. And the cover is, I kind of tested a couple different things, you guys. And you can tell a little difference between the back and the front. Just like see a little bit how it's different than the front. And that was a learning curve, but I still absolutely love how it came out. This is tissue paper. So this is gilded tissue paper. And I painted the chipboard black. And I Mod Podged it on here, so it's adhered to it really well. And on the back, same thing. But on one of them, I added black distress ink while it was wet. And one of them, I did it while it was dry. And it was two different processes. And since this is the back of the book, and it kind of lends itself to looking worn, like it looks like it's been, written in, it's been slid across its surface, I wasn't necessarily so worried about it. So I put my favorite portion of it on the front. So anyways, that is a long-winded way of saying I tried something out, here's how it turned out, and I'm totally comfortable with it. So it is hardback and two signatures, like I said, and it is bound with this gold, like baker's twine, but with gold and then the twiney kind of color. And then I just darkened it with some distress ink, some black. I think it's black soot is what it's called. So let's go and look inside. I have had this. This is a scarf that I thrifted, and I've had it for so long, and I've been looking for the right book to use it for. And this was it, because the gold and the black, it couldn't have been any more perfect. The inside is actually just black construction paper with gold acrylic paint. I don't have glimmer mists or anything like that, so I kind of just was doing with what I had, and I love how it turned out. The front pocket's pretty empty. Tucked in there this is a small piece from the kit. It is, obviously, it looks like this, but it is to make a tiny little book out of. So I used some scraps from the book and added them in here. That's a ticket from the kit, and then some book pages and another ticket from the kit. These are elemental symbols. So I made a tiny little book out of it, and I thought it was fun. So that's just where it was living. That's where I tucked it in. So this is the front page. Real beauty shines from within the heart. My inspiration, so this is, the kit is called Dark Goddess, and my take on it was like just this this dark black, the dark versus the gold, like that light and dark and that reflective nature, in the role that they play with one another. I rounded all the corners, which I don't think I've done in a book before, at least not all of the corners. So that was fun. That was it was a lot of work, I'll tell you that, because I don't have a corner chomper. I have just a one page. So I got to spend some time on the couch watching Unsolved Mysteries and corner punching. So this is from a paper pad, but I turned it into a belly band. A couple images tucked in here. So let me show you this one first. This is just a journaling card. This is a page out of a book that I have. It's about fairy tales, but she looked like somebody that would be a dark goddess to me. And so I thought she fit perfectly fine. And then this is a bit of scrapbook paper from like a galaxy pad, but thought it looked good there. Beautiful imagery here on the printable. Some paper. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit the stand. This too. Oh, I have a secret. I almost forgot. You cannot see it right now, but this moon is actually painted with glow-in-the-dark paint and glitter. So in real life, like we're not in real life, there is glitter in this paint, and it does glow in the dark. I think almost every moon image in this book I painted with glow-in-the-dark paint. So if I can get pictures of it in the dark that look good, I'll post them on Instagram, which I'll leave below. So this is just a pocket from that Galaxy pad. This is just, this is an altered playing card. It's actually from a Marlboro deck. I have a lot of playing cards, and I really liked this pattern. So I just turned it into a journaling card. And then this, this is one of the images from her kit. I believe it was a tag. I think that's what it was meant to be. Sometimes I take the whole pages and turn them into tags, and then there are ephemera pieces also. But I liked this gold ribbon. This I painted with gold paint on the front. And then this is the exact same tissue paper from the front, just without the black on the background and without the black accents. But it was just too pretty. Oh, I stuck it in. I'm not doing it anymore. This is actually scrapbook paper, but I printed one of her images on the back of scrapbook paper. I just cut it down to size and fed it through the printer. This is from a paper pad. I just used it as an embellishment here. This is just writing page. This is from her kit. This gold and black. Oh, so pretty. This is just a little bag that I had, and I tucked a journaling card in there from her kit, and then backed it with some scrapbook paper. This is from a gem and mineral book that I've shown in other creations before, but I liked that it was this nice gold color. Lots of gold going on in here, gold tones. This is that fairy tale book. I just left the pages, and I actually turned it into a top tuck. And it's got some like dragon imagery here, and then like the top of the spires from the castle, you know, from where it flipped down. And then just a couple of oh, that's funny. I think I was going to glue this down. Just a couple of like herb type cards added in here. This is one of her tags. Perfect journaling tag. Backed it onto some black construction paper, just like the inside of the book has. This is a page from a book. I think the book is just called like America 1776 or something to that, but it's got these beautiful black and white pictures. It might be hard. So this is the bottom of it. This is like, so here's a carriage, and then this is grass, and then you'll be able to see the other side when I flip through. But it's kind of got a lot of like graveyard images and things like that, so I really love using it. This is from that book, Ingenious Pursuits, Not Indigenous Pursuits. This says engraving of much magnified thyme seeds from Hooke's Micrographia. So I thought it was kind of cool. It's herbal. Just inked up the edges a little bit, tucked it behind. So this is that 1776 book page. Tucked it behind a page that I got out of a fairy book. This is a Heidi Swapp calendar. I used this same calendar in my Alice in Wonderland journal, but I thought it was so pretty in here. It's got the gold accent, so I added it, and it gives a little bit of color with this kind of purple accent. And then this is the back side. I actually sprayed it with, you can't really tell, but I kind of spritzed it with like black acrylic water. Like I just take acrylic paint and water and put it in a spray bottle and then spray it down just to knock the white back a little bit. This is another journaling tag from her kit that's backed on here. You can write over it. You can use it as a bookmark. This is actually wire rimmed ribbon from, I believe, Dollar Tree. And then this little envelope is from the kit also. There's a little beetle bug on there. I did paint over this in gold acrylic, so you can see a little bit of shimmer. And then inside are elemental cards that were part of the kit. Earth, Air, Wind, and Fire. And I turned each of those into their own small journaling card. Obviously, they can be put anywhere. Here's a lined one. They can be put anywhere in the journal. I just felt like they fit this envelope so perfectly that is where I decided for them to live. And then this is part of a book that I used this is actually from that 1776 book, and a lot of here it talks about like tombstones and stuff like that. Like headstones were clearly descended from medieval folk images and blah, blah. So it just kind of fit the theme. So I used that, backside of that. This is that 1776 book. This is just the top of some trees. Looks like clearly during like wintertime maybe. The other side of it, this is the other side of that top tuck with another, well, you know, plant card in there. And then these, just, it's a beautiful image. Look at the black and the gold and this, you know, goddess type or maiden type visual to it. And then the other side of the gem and mineral book that had all the beautiful colors. The other side of the bag, but it has a pocket in the top. The other side of her beautiful paper. There's actually an owl here. I don't know if you can see it. And like spider web image there. More paper. This is also from her kit. Gorgeous. And then that scrapbook paper. This is white paper, but I brushed it with gold acrylic paint. And it has a nice texture. It's got some nice bite to it, some tooth. So you could totally still write on here. I don't think it would cause any problems. And then this one is a page from her kit that I actually went around the rows in gold paint also. Not only was the imagery there like in print, but I went ahead and accented it with gold also. Sorry if that's like too close, but I really liked it. I spent some time really doing some things that I had never done before in this. This is another page from her book or her kit. Same with this one also. And I may still go back and do it. These little stars that are printed here, I have some tiny little stars that you would put like glitter stars that you could put in like a shaker thing or whatever. I may go and adhere some to here. But this moon, again, like I said, it does have glitter in it and it glows in the dark. It's a nice big full moon and it's got nice texture. I think you can hear that when I go over it. Again, this beautiful scarf that I was so excited to use. Some gold brushed paper. This here is a vertical belly band. Two other images from the kit. This is another envelope. Inside of there, I've just got a couple of herbal cards tucked in there. And then here's the back side. We've got some moon phases, an owl and a moth. And then a horse skeleton. And then that's right. I'm going to put that in. This, I turned into a journaling card. It was part of the ephemera pack. It's actually just scrap cardboard, but it's kind of a pendulum board is, you know, what it would be used for, what this pattern would be used for. But again, the moon is gilded and glow in the dark and is just beautiful. And I thought that worked really well there. This is a page out of a book about unicorns. Clearly the colors are there. And actually, I didn't even realize it's got the horse and horse here. That's kind of cool. This is the back side of the unicorn page. Another little paper thing. This is from her kit as well. This tab or this, you know, piece here. It's almost like a nameplate. This is, again, these are moon phases at the top of a page of her kit. There are some faint lines there, so you could journal on using gel pens or, you know, white chalk marker type of thing. These moons are painted and do glow in the dark as well. Let's see, this is a pocket. I can't remember if this was supposed to be a pocket or if it was a piece of a page that I turned it to, or a journaling card. And I did try my hand with something different. I was trying to gild this in a different way using a gold marker before I started painting. And I realized I didn't like how it turned out. Not that I think this looks bad. I just knew it wasn't giving me what I was looking for. So I only used it on this piece and then nowhere else. And I may go through and just outline the rest of this and touch it up. And then I just tucked in a little card here. It says fearless, because if you are a goddess, you know, you kind of imagine being fearless. And tucked that in there. And then some of my favorite paper, it comes out of, I upcycled it, or it's from a deconstructed journal that's called like Daydreams and Night Dreams. So one direction it's daydreams and there's a sun at the top. And then when you flip it over, there's a moon image and it says, you know, night dreams or, you know, dreams. But I love using that paper and I'm running out. This is a small journaling card from her kit. And I just added a faux stamp, number 13 on there, and then backed it onto some lined paper that I had. And then this is just kind of a faux, it's just a tuck spot kind of. And then here's some more of her beautiful paper here. And this like metal looking jewelry type image. This is actually from, it says a deconstructed fan from Dollar Tree, one of the fans you can get, but I love the sequins. And I used some, it looks very yellow in person, but in this book it takes on a gold kind of color. It's so like goldenrod, I guess you could say. Brushed paper, another bag here. This is from a, it's like a mythical creatures coloring book. And so this is Medusa. And then this is, I think it's a manticore is what it's called on the other side. And this is a gold doily that a friend of mine gave me a stack of these. And they're so pretty. And I was so glad to be able to use it because I haven't used it before. And then a piece of paper. And then this is actually a piece of scrapbook paper. And then I took her image and put it on there. And I brushed it with gold acrylic paint and glitter. And then it is a pocket. I think there's a couple things in here. There we go. This is an altered playing card that I put some gold on. Put one of her images on it. And then I actually left this part on there. Thought that was kind of cool. See that you can see that it's a card. This is out of a fairy, the same fairy book. I just kind of punched the corners and then backed it with some lined paper. Then let's see. This is the center of the second signature, and so I turned it into pocket pages. This one, so this is out of that 1776 book. I turned it into a journaling card. This was from like Washington's home from growing up or something like that. Like George Washington's home. I have to go back and look, but there is historical relevance to this image, but it still looks kind of creepy. So I thought it would be perfect for this book. So I used it, and I love it. This also came from the Gem and Mineral book. It looks like some quartz crystal points, like a cluster of them, and backed it onto some paper for a journaling card, tucked it in. I left all the center signature strings long. Backside of that, backside of everything, there's the manticore, and then also the Medusa. It's like the write-up of both of them. This is from that Gem and Mineral, I think this is the Gem and Mineral book, or it's one of the unicorn books. But I turned it into an envelope. I just made it into an envelope, cut it down, and then added a few bits of paper in here. One is an owl from an owl book that I have I have in another video. I've shown some images from that. And then this is I tore it out of a poetry, the Emily Dickinson poetry book that I actually used to make one of my other journals. And I just thought like it was kind of cool and it fit. And then another herb image. And so I had those in here. Let's see, we'll just put it, where did I have, on the manticore. And then the back side of that bag that I turned into a tuck spot at the top. This moon does not have any paint on it. This was, I think, one of the only ones, if not the only one I didn't do. This came from the kit also. I just backed it onto this is paper I've shown before. There's a little bit of glitter embedded into this paper. It doesn't come off, it's embedded in there, but it's made to look like handmade paper, even though I think it was probably machine made. Oh, I'm doing it. And then this is the other side of that book page pocket, just on the other side of it, another journaling card. This does have glitter on it in the middle, and then backed with the galaxy or celestial paper pad and tucked into a pocket. And then this is a page from her book. I added this. So there's this faux like burlap or cheesecloth looking border, and then it was blank in the middle. And so I just cut out another image and stuck it in there. Foxglove, which I think we know is poisonous. It says so here. But just kind of that like the dark part of that dark goddess. I just thought that was a good match, a good fit. Some more of the paper, and actually the edge of this is gilded. The edge of this paper comes this way. I actually thought about going through here and putting gold on all the edges of the papers. I didn't do that. I rounded the corners. I thought I would stop there. The other side of that journaling paper with the moon phases that are glow in the dark. And then this is an old like tarot card I found on like free images, copyright free images. And I just thought it lent itself to to the book and to like a neat little thing to look at. It's the Wheel of Fortune. The backside of one of the unicorn pages, the other backside of the unicorn page, and then this beautiful, so this was a Dollar Tree fan, and I opened it up, took all the little, the fan ribs out, the blades, and then sewed it in here and turned it into a pocket. And this is, I don't know why, this is one of my favorite. This book, I was so hesitant to tear into it because the paper is creamy, and I don't know how to explain that other than when you rip it, it's beautiful paper. And these images in here are so gorgeous. They're not all about like dragons and stuff like that. There's, some birds and stuff like that. But I turned this page into a tuck, it's like a tuck tag or a pocket tag or something. And then added this image from her kit as a small journaling card. But I don't know why I love how this turned out so much, but I do. And she lives tucked in there. And then the back side of another journaling page. And the end of the second signature with her gorgeous picture and the faux stitching built in here. And then this is the back. Again, it's, kids construction paper that I put gold across. And then I actually, sorry about that. I used this same fabric to cover the spine and to, cover the back of the book and then into the spine. Same thing, a pocket here. And then a couple of images still from this has glow in the dark on it too. I haven't decided what to do with this yet. It is part of the kit. And I love the imagery, and I think I'm still trying to determine what I want to do with it. I may cut the ends off and turn it into a tag. I'm not sure. But there is gold spritzed onto the back. And then the final little piece of ephemera was an envelope that came as part of the kit, like a coin envelope style. So that's tucked in there as well. So I really hope that you enjoyed flipping through this with me. It's not super thick. It sits actually pretty well. I mean, so this is like 2 layers of cereal box glued together here, here, and here. So it's too thick, like 2 layers thick. It definitely is hard. It can flex if you want it to. I'm not going to flex it, but it's not like inflexible. But it is a nice sturdy hardcover book, and I really do like it. I think it sits pretty flat for the most part. I didn't want to bulk it up a lot, so I pretty much stuck to her digitals and a couple other filler pages, but it's just a nice weight and it's a nice size, and I was so happy to work with this. I will put all of her links down below if you would like to take a look at this kit on your own or any of her other kits. And let me know what you think, or if you have any suggestions on adhering tissue paper, or if you've worked with tissue paper before. And actually, this stuff is way cool because if you actually use, I was going to show this I don't do tutorials. I would love to. I just can't switch on the camera and start doing crafting because I only get bits of time here and there. But if you take this gilded tissue paper, and you'd have to try it with other kinds. I got it at the Dollar Tree. And you lay it down, so that the shiny part's on top and that the bottom of it's underneath, and put it on a piece of paper and take a cotton ball of acetone that you would use, nail polish remover, and dab it on there like this. When you go to lift it up, the bottom side of the gold sticks to the paper, and you end up with this really cool effect that looks like you burned it. It looks like burnt wood or something like that. It's way cool. So maybe I'll come on and show you some things I've done with that. I found it totally by accident because so Fabrifix, those are acetone based glues, and what I was finding was when I was working with Fabrifix or Fabri-Tac and this tissue paper, this was like a year ago, I was realizing that it was making this imprint. And then I realized, oh, well, it's acetone. Let me go get some acetone and actually work with this way. So anyways, if you guys ever try that, or if you've ever heard of that, let me know. I would be interested in finding that out. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out and listening to me babble through this gorgeous book. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.